Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup.
This is the raw, naked truth.
Wildfires rage in California. Congress passes the Laken Riley Act. Another company rolls back DEI and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Laken, and here's the news you need to know. Southern California has been issued a red flag weather warning amid fast-moving wildfires that could affect as many as 19 million people. On Tuesday, a windstorm began sweeping the Golden State, which the National Weather Service described as life-threatening and destructive. About 30,000 residents were forced to evacuate, including people in Los Angeles' wealthy Pacific Palisades area, as a fire fanned by winds of up to 100 miles per hour burned through hundreds of acres of land. Cars choked Sunset Boulevard for miles as people tried to flee, with officials warning that the worst was yet to come. The rampaging winds are expected to last until later today and possibly longer. The Laken Riley Act passed the House of Representatives on Tuesday afternoon, the first piece of federal legislation approved by the 119th Congress after the House agreed to its rules for the term. All voting Republicans supported the bill, along with 48 Democrats, more than the total left-wing lawmakers who voted for it last year. It passed on a 264 to 159 margin and will now be sent to the Senate. The bill is named after a nursing student who was killed by an illegal immigrant while jogging on the University of Georgia's campus. The bill would require federal immigration authorities to detain illegal immigrants found guilty of theft-related crimes. It would also allow states to sue the Department of Homeland Security for harm caused to their citizens because of illegal immigration. The Israel-Lebanon ceasefire that calmed months of cross-border bloodshed is being strained as the two sides accuse each other of violations and the U.S. races to make sure the deal holds. Israel still has troops on the ground in Lebanon and has continued to regularly strike Hezbollah infrastructure and weapons depots. In a complaint to the United Nations Security Council, Lebanon accused Israel of some 800 land and air attacks since the ceasefire came into effect on November 27th. Israel has repeatedly accused Hezbollah, a U.S.-designated terrorist group that controls much of southern Lebanon, of maintaining fighters and weapons, including rockets in the south, that threaten its security, also in violation of the 2-month truce. The trouble comes ahead of a January 26 deadline for Israeli forces to leave, following their incursions into southern Lebanon across almost the entire swath of the border. Under the terms of the truce, the U.S.-backed Lebanese military is to move in as Israel leaves and work with UN peacekeepers to keep the area clear of the Hezbollah militia. President-elect Trump on Tuesday announced that a company based in the United Arab Emirates will invest $20 billion to build data centers in several Midwest and Sunbelt states. Trump spoke to the press at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, where he was joined by Hussein Sajewani, the founder and chairman of DAMAC, an investment and property development company based in Dubai. I'm thrilled to announce today that Damak will be investing at least $20 billion over a very short period of time into the United States, and they may go double or even somewhat more than double that amount of money. That's a great thing, Trump said. The first phase of the data center project will be in Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Indiana, Trump said. President-elect Trump also railed against regulations enacted by President Biden on his way out of office, vowing on Tuesday to reverse those policies when he assumes office later this month. At the news conference in Mar-a-Lago, Trump derided Biden's pledge to have a smooth transition as just talk, pointing to a series of last-minute executive orders Biden announced before he leaves the White House. On Monday, Biden placed a permanent ban on new oil and gas drilling across U.S. coastal and offshore waters in an area that spans about 265 million acres. The Biden administration also announced new standards for gas water heaters that Trump criticized as even worse than the oil drilling ban. One other thing he did yesterday, which in many ways was worse, it's hard to believe it can be worse. He wants all gas heaters out of your homes and apartments. He wants them to be replaced by essentially electric heaters. I don't know what it is with electric. This guy loves electric, Trump said. We're going to be ending the electric car mandate, he added, as he bounced from criticizing Biden's support for green energy to extolling the virtues of gas heaters and showers without water flow restrictors. Private sector job creation eased more than expected in December, while wages grew at the slowest pace in nearly 3.5 years, payment processing firm ADP reported on Wednesday. Companies added a seasonally adjusted 122,000 jobs for the month, down from 146,000 additions in November and less than the Dow Jones consensus forecast for 136,000. It was the smallest increase since August. On wages, pay grew at a 4.6% rate from a year ago, the slowest pace since July 2021. The labor market downshifted to a more modest pace of growth in the final month of 2024, with a slowdown in both hiring and pay gains, ADP chief economist Neela Richardson said. McDonald's becomes the latest company to roll back DEI practices. The company announced it will end efforts to hit diversity goals in senior leadership. The fast food giant joins a growing list of major U.S. companies, including Walmart and Ford, to retire DEI policies amid an onslaught of conservative backlash, as well as a recent Supreme Court ruling that banned affirmative action in college admissions. Anti-DEI activist Robbie Starbuck celebrated the news, calling it our first corporate flip of 2025. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.